Shai Gilgeous-Alexander sitting it out for his Oklahoma City Thunder with a hip flexor and ankle soreness. That man, Kevin Durant, is closing in on making his season debut for the Suns. But for now, we're a couple stars down in Phoenix. Thunder versus Suns. We do got that guy, though, and he's really good. Devin Booker with the mid-range jump shot. But how about Booker having to go toe-to-toe with a young rising talent in OKC? They got a few guys like this. Meet Isaiah Joe, cutting and scoring. Campaign, following his own miss and getting the bucket to go. Chris Paul from the top of the key, he knocks in the three. And then how about the big fella in blue, DeAndre Ayton with the score. Joe, back to work he goes. 21 points in the first half for Isaiah. The Thunder are really shorthanded, but they're really in this basketball game. Third quarter, Booker showing you some of his magic. And then DeAndre Ayton decides to be a force to be reckoned with down low. Ayton putting up numbers. The Suns going up 6 as the third quarter is closing. Look at the ball movement. It'll end up in a Terrence Ross buzzer beater for 3. Phoenix in control as we go to the fourth. Look at Devin Booker track down the miss and get the bucket to go. He led Phoenix in scoring with 25, also made a little history with this three-pointer. Booker passes by Steve Nash for the most threes made in Phoenix Suns history, 1,052. Most importantly, his Suns get the 124-115 win. Well, Kevin Durant is likely to make his Phoenix Suns debut on Wednesday as the Phoenix Suns kick off a 4-game road trip against Milwaukee, and the Bucks' second game is going to be Wednesday, March 1st against the Charlotte Hornets, which is where we expect KD to make his debut. So the question that I have for you, and trust and believe, I'm the person that's in my comment section. For those who don't know, I don't want to gas or toot my own horn, but the reality is I shoot, edit all my videos, right? This is all me in this production process. So I want to look and see some of you guys' comments on the question that I'm about to ask y'all. If you get a response from the Hoops Ferro account, it's me. I do it all. The question is, let's get right to it. With Kevin Durant about to make his debut with Phoenix, are the Suns a super team? I'll tell you my answer. Please be my guest. This is an open place. We enjoy and embrace debate. I'm never offended by anybody's comment. You don't bother me. I don't, I'm just not one of those guys that get offended easily. So I'm going to tell you my answer. I don't believe the Phoenix Suns are a super team with the addition of Kevin Durant. And here's why I don't believe so. Number one, they've been injured all year. When one guy gets in, another guy goes down. You start the year with Cam Johnson getting injured, and Chris Paul goes down, and then Devin Booker goes down. They can't really put 20 games together of everybody on the court. I can't forget about the DeAndre Ayton and Monty Williams saga. That I still don't believe that's 100% resolved. I still believe when it's all said and done, the Suns make a move and trade Ayton. When it's all, I was still shocked that they even re-signed him. Now they got an owner that's aggressive now. That I do believe will pay whatever it takes to get a championship in Phoenix. Their last owner was not that. Speaking of their last owner, he's been an absolute dumpster fire. And now, obviously, he lost his team pretty much is what happened to him. Forced to sell his team. Back to the players. The Jay Crowder situation. He is an important piece to any team's puzzle. Never even got off the ground with this team this year. Never played a game with Phoenix this year. His replacement, Cam Johnson, like I mentioned earlier, got hurt. The one consistent piece, the guy that never misses a game, Mikal Bridges, obviously involved in the Kevin Durant trade. So when we get to the super team conversations, I don't see it because Chris Paul is a shell of himself. He can't really defend anymore at an okay clip. He's a liability on defense. Oftentimes the Suns are better with campaign on the court from a moving his feet perspective. Chris Paul can still make plays on the ball because he's a savvy veteran, first ballot Hall of Famer. But be clear, possession to possession, everybody's looking for Chris Paul in the switch. You talk about Devin Booker, a guy that's capable of scoring with the best of them. I don't know. Something still separates Booker from that second class of stars for me. Like, obviously, he's not on the level of the Giannis's, the Lukas, but I still have a hard time, putting Devin Booker over a guy like Jaylen Brown for me. That's me. He's supposed to be the number one option in Phoenix. Brown's the clear number two in Boston. I have a hard time saying that Devin Booker's better than Jaylen Brown. I do, at least. So there's that. I don't look at Phoenix with the talent that they got. It looks like they got a few stars and Durant's the lone superstar. That's what I see in Phoenix. I think Ayton's a good player, not a star. And I say Chris Paul and Devin Booker are stars, and then Kevin Durant's the lone superstar when he suits up for Phoenix. That doesn't make you a super team to me. My definition of a super team, I believe, is I think 3 top 18 to 20 players. I think is my definition of a super team, which Chris Paul is not a top 20 player right now. He's not. He's not a top 20 player. DeAndre Ayton, not a top 20 player either. So that I don't think this is a super team. But I will leave this with this video. I will say this. The premise of what Kevin Durant is trying to do, and this has been his DNA pretty much the last 8 years of his career, he's trying to make things unbalanced. So the premise of it, though the Suns got a guy in Chris Paul who's not in his prime, and Devin Booker, who to me never became a superstar, the premise of what Phoenix is trying to do, or Kevin Durant specifically is trying to do, he has been trying to unbalance things with the Warriors move, not with going to Brooklyn with Kyrie. That didn't unbalance things, but co-signing the James Harden trade, and then now, wanting to be in Phoenix. This is not a move that the Suns made willy-nilly. Kevin Durant let Phoenix and Miami know that he wanted to play for those teams. It was out in the atmosphere since the summer when he demanded a trade. This is one of Kevin Durant's preferred destinations. The premise of what Durant is trying to do is make things unbalanced. He wants to be on the best team in the league. If you look around, there are no super teams out there to me. Celtics got 2 stars. The Milwaukee Bucks got 2.5 stars. The Clippers got 2 stars. Lakers got 2 stars. Warriors got 1.5 stars right now, and they're fresh off of a championship. Dallas got 2 stars. Memphis has 1 star, 1.25 in Desmond Bane. Obviously, Ja's the lone star there. The Denver Nuggets got 1.25, Jamal Murray. So there is a lot of conversation around the league if Kevin Durant makes the Phoenix Suns a super team. I don't believe they're a super team, but the premise remains true. He's trying to make things unbalanced. He clearly wants to compete with the best team. There are a few teams Kevin Durant could have went to. I mean, hell, the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? If he would have joined that team when he returned to Oklahoma City, it would have been him and Shea. And a lot of good talent, around, some picks, that could have worked. But he didn't demand a trade to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Again, it's clear as day he's trying to go to teams of that yoke, Miami, Phoenix, that have been around in conference final settings over the last couple of years. And to me, the premise remains, though he's not joining a super team or becoming a super team with his addition, he's trying to make things unbalanced.